These legendary motorcycle engines don't just run, they refuse to quit. When other bikes litter repair shops, these mechanical masterpieces keep churning out miles year after year. Today, we unveil the 10 motorcycle engines that mechanics hardly see and riders absolutely trust, reliable to the core. Number 10. The BMW F650 Rotax 652 engine. The heart of BMW's entry-level adventure machine comes not from Germany, but Austria. Manufactured by Rotax, this 652cc single-cylinder engine pumps out 50 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 44 pound-feet of torque at 5,000 RPM. Numbers that don't tell the full story of its character. Liquid cooling keeps temperature stable across varied conditions, while the 4-valve head design optimizes airflow for better combustion. Early models featured a carburetor system, but BMW later introduced fuel injection, improving cold start reliability and fuel efficiency. What truly sets this power plant apart? Its underbuilt nature. Engineers designed this thumper to operate well below its stress limits, creating substantial mechanical margins that translate to fewer breakdowns. The 11.5:1 compression ratio strikes an ideal balance between performance and longevity. Routine maintenance proves refreshingly straightforward. Valve adjustments only needed every 6,000 miles and oil changes every 3,000. Many examples have surpassed 100,000 miles with only basic servicing. Now, beyond the specifications, owners consistently report the same experience. Turn the key, press the starter, and this Rotax mill springs to life, regardless of how long it's been sitting or what climate it's operating in. Next is number 9, the Kawasaki KLR650 engine. Since 1987, Kawasaki's KLR650 has powered adventurers across deserts, through jungles, and over mountain passes with its remarkably simple 651cc single-cylinder engine. The KLR's heart delivers a modest 37 horsepower and 33 pound-feet of torque, seemingly unimpressive until you consider what these numbers have accomplished. Simplicity defines this engine's character. The air-cooled design eliminates water pumps and radiators that might fail in remote locations. A counterbalancer tames the single-cylinder vibrations just enough for long-distance comfort. The DOHC system activates 4 valves, allowing efficient combustion even at the KLR's 9.5:1 compression ratio. The KLR's production run stretched over 30 years with minimal changes to its beating heart. Owners regularly report odometer readings exceeding 100,000 miles, with nothing more than regular oil changes and occasional valve adjustments. The KLR engine succeeds not through sophisticated technology, but by embracing mechanical minimalism. It's the cockroach of motorcycle engines. Nothing fancy, but virtually impossible to kill and capable of surviving conditions that defeat more sophisticated designs. Next, to the revolution that changed motorcycling forever. Number 8. The Honda CB750 inline-4 engine. Now, 1969 marked the year Honda forever transformed motorcycling with its CB750-4. The 736cc inline-4 engine shocked the industry by bringing car-like reliability to motorcycles, earning it the nickname the first superbike. 4 cylinders, 67 horsepower, 8,000 RPM redline. These specs might seem unremarkable today, but they represented a quantum leap in the late 60s. 4 separate carburetors fed each cylinder individually. The single overhead cam operated 2 valves per cylinder with almost clock-like precision. Perhaps most revolutionary was the electric starter, a luxury previously uncommon on motorcycles of this displacement. What truly distinguished this power plant wasn't its performance, but its durability. The engineering tolerances, material quality, and assembly standards set new benchmarks. While British and American competitors required frequent tinkering, the CB750 engine just kept running. The wet sump lubrication system maintained proper oil pressure even during aggressive riding. The multi-plate clutch delivered thousands of engagement cycles without complaint. The 5-speed transmission shifted with a precision previously unknown in production motorcycles. Honda overbuilt this engine deliberately, knowing it would face skepticism from traditional motorcyclists. The result was a power plant that regularly accumulated 60,000-plus miles without any major service. Now, next on our list is a master of all-terrain. Number 7. The Yamaha Tenere 700 CP2 engine. Now, beneath the rally-inspired bodywork of Yamaha's mid-sized adventure bike beats the remarkable CP2 engine, a 689cc parallel twin that proves sophisticated engineering can also be bulletproof. This power plant strikes the elusive balance between character and dependability that many manufacturers miss. The cross-plane crankshaft philosophy, hence CP, gives this engine its distinctive personality. The 270-degree firing interval mimics the feel of a V-twin while maintaining the packaging advantages of a parallel configuration. Output measures 72 horsepower at 9,000 RPM with 50 pound-feet of torque available at 6,500 RPM. Yamaha's engineers focused on creating a wide, usable power band rather than peak performance. The dual counterbalancers tame vibrations without eliminating feedback. The 6-speed transmission features perfectly spaced ratios for everything from technical trail crawling to highway cruising. Now, what makes this engine special? Its thermal efficiency. Operating temperatures remain consistent whether crawling through desert heat or cruising at highway speeds. Yamaha uses essentially the same engine in multiple platforms, from the naked MT-07 to the sport touring Tracer 700, with identical reliability across all applications. The 10,000-mile valve adjustment intervals speak to the engineering confidence behind this design. Now, after its 2016 introduction, CP2-powered bikes quickly developed a reputation among mechanics as machines they rarely see for anything beyond routine maintenance. So which is your best unbreakable engine? Send in your comments. And hit that like button as well as share this video for more engagement. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. Next up, we have number 6, the BMW R1200 GS Boxer engine. Now, few engine designs have survived over a century of production, but BMW's Boxer configuration has evolved rather than expired. The R1200 GS represents the pinnacle of this layout's development, an 1170cc flat twin producing 110 horsepower and 88 pound-feet of torque. The horizontally opposed cylinder arrangement isn't simply tradition. It creates inherent balance and lowers the center of gravity. Air-liquid cooling, what BMW calls precision cooling, targets only the most thermally stressed engine components, maintaining the simplicity of air cooling while adding performance capacity. 4 valves per cylinder operated by dual overhead cams create efficient combustion across the rev range. The wet clutch and 6-speed transmission transfer power to the shaft drive, another BMW tradition that eliminates chain maintenance concerns on long journeys. Particularly impressive is the 12,000-mile service interval, twice what many competitors recommend. The hemispherical combustion chambers and precision fuel injection contribute to exceptional fuel efficiency for an engine of this displacement, typically delivering 45 to 50 miles per gallon under normal riding conditions. BMW's meticulous engineering approach results in R1200 GS engines regularly exceeding 200,000 miles without major internal work, making them among the most dependable motorcycle power plants ever mass-produced. Now, from German precision engineering to American muscle and tradition, we come to number 5, the Harley-Davidson Evolution V-Twin engine. When Harley-Davidson introduced the Evolution V-Twin in 1984, the company faced an existential crisis. Japanese manufacturers dominated the market with superior reliability, and Harley needed a power plant that could restore faith in American motorcycling. The Evo delivered spectacularly. This 45-degree V-twin came in multiple displacements, 1340cc, 80 cubic inches being the most common. Now, output was modest by modern standards at 70 horsepower, but the massive 85 pound-feet of torque delivered at just 3,500 RPM defined its character. The distinctive uneven firing interval created the potato-potato exhaust note that became Harley's sonic signature. Significant engineering improvements separated the Evolution from its predecessors. Aluminum replaced iron for the heads and cylinders, improving heat dissipation. Hydraulic valve lifters eliminated the need for regular adjustment. Better materials addressed previous oil leak issues that had plagued earlier models. The air-cooled design maintained traditional aesthetics while providing adequate cooling for the relatively low-stressed engine. The pushrod valve actuation system proved exceptionally reliable, despite being considered outdated by competitors. Most impressively, Evolution engines routinely exceed 100,000 miles without requiring internal repairs, some reaching 200,000 miles plus with some basic maintenance. The overbuilt nature of these motors creates enormous safety margins in normal operation. For 17 years, from 1984 to 2001, the Evolution powered Harley's lineup, restoring the company's reputation and financial stability. Next, on to Kawasaki's high-performance masterpiece. Number 4, the Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R inline-4 engine. Track performance usually comes at the cost of longevity, except in the case of Kawasaki's ZX6R engine. This 636cc inline-4 defies conventional wisdom by combining race-ready performance with exceptional reliability. Since its 2003 introduction, this power plant has established itself as virtually bulletproof despite its high-performance credentials. The numbers impress immediately. 127 horsepower from just 636cc, 13,500 RPM redline, and a specific output exceeding 200 horsepower per liter. 4 titanium valves per cylinder operated by dual overhead cams optimize airflow at high RPM. The ram air induction system increases power as speed rises. What's remarkable isn't just the performance, but how the engine delivers it year after year without complaint. The closed-deck aluminum cylinder block provides exceptional rigidity. Forged pistons withstand thermal stresses that would crack lesser components. The gear-driven counterbalancer eliminates harmful vibrations that could cause premature wear. Kawasaki's engineers incorporated technology from their superbike racing program, including oil passages designed to maintain pressure during extreme cornering and acceleration. Service technicians report seeing these engines return for 30,000-mile services with compression and leak-down numbers virtually identical to when they were new. Coming in at number 3, we have the Suzuki SV650 V-Twin engine. Introduced in 1999, Suzuki's 645cc V-Twin became the heart of a cult following that continues growing 2 decades later. This 90-degree V configuration engine strikes the perfect balance between character and practicality while demonstrating remarkable durability. The 90-degree layout naturally cancels primary vibrations without requiring complex counterbalancers. Dual overhead cams actuate 4 valves per cylinder, creating efficient combustion across the rev range. Lightweight internal components allow the engine to spin freely to its 10,500 RPM redline while producing 73 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque. Liquid cooling maintains consistent operating temperatures regardless of conditions. The sophisticated electronic fuel injection, rare for its price point when introduced, delivers precise fueling from idle to redline. The transmission features perfectly stacked ratios that make the most of the available power. What makes this engine special isn't maximizing any single attribute, but optimizing all of them. It's powerful enough for experienced riders, yet forgiving for beginners. It's characterized enough to be engaging without becoming high maintenance. Suzuki has installed variations of the same basic engine design in everything from naked bikes to adventure tourers to sport bikes, always with the same reputation for unfailing reliability. Few engines have provided so much enjoyment to so many riders with so little drama. Coming in at a close second, number 2, the Honda GL1800 Goldwing Flat 6 engine. When Honda's engineers set out to create the ultimate touring motorcycle power plant, they didn't just succeed, they created mechanical art. The GL1800 Goldwing's 1833cc Flat 6 engine represents perhaps the most overbuilt production motorcycle engine ever mass-produced. You've got 6 cylinders arranged in a horizontally opposed configuration to create the perfect primary and secondary balance without counterbalancers. The layout keeps the enormous engine's mass low in the frame, enhancing handling despite the bike's substantial weight. Output measures 125 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque. Modest numbers relative to displacement, but delivered with turbine-like smoothness. The 4 valve per cylinder heads use single overhead cams with finger followers to actuate the valves, reducing moving parts while maintaining efficiency. Liquid cooling ensures consistent temperatures across all cylinders. Valve adjustments happen at 32,000 miles, 4 times longer than many engines. And major services come in at 96,000 miles, by which point many motorcycle engines would already be rebuilt. The proof of this engine's durability exists in owner experiences. Goldwings regularly exceed 200,000 miles without internal repairs. For long-distance riders, the GL1800 engine provides something beyond reliability: absolute confidence that regardless of weather, terrain, or load, the sophisticated 6-cylinder power plant will deliver them to their destination without any drama. Last, we have the pinnacle of motorcycle engineering reliability. Number 1. The Honda CBR600RR inline-4 engine. At the summit of motorcycle reliability stands an unexpected champion, a high-performance supersport engine designed for the racetrack. Honda's CBR600RR power plant shatters the assumption that performance and durability are mutually exclusive. This 599cc inline-4 has proven itself virtually indestructible, despite operating at stress levels that would quickly destroy lesser designs. The specifications seem incompatible with legendary reliability. 113 horsepower at 13,500 RPM, titanium valves, lightweight forged pistons, and compressed dimensions for optimal mass centralization. The dual-stage fuel injection system features 2 injectors per cylinder, one for low RPM efficiency and another that activates at higher revs for maximum performance. Honda's engineering magic lies in the details. The closed-deck cylinder design provides exceptional rigidity. The oil system maintains pressure during extreme cornering and acceleration. The cooling system ensures even pressure distribution across all cylinders regardless of conditions. What separates this engine from competitors isn't peak performance, but how it delivers that performance year after year. While other manufacturers chase ever-increasing power figures, Honda's focus on balancing performance with reliability has created something special. A genuine superbike engine that's more likely to be retired due to the motorcycle styling becoming outdated than mechanical failure. And that's it for today. Think we missed a reliable engine? Tell us below after hitting that like button. And subscribe and tap that notification bell for more motorcycle content that'll keep your garage knowledge fresh.